So in some of my previous videos, I've talked about meditation and how I think meditation is one of the most important practices that we can do every day. And I've talked about how our conditioned mind, how our habitual mind, and how the emotional stuff in our past can linger with us and limit us and keep us from the things that we want in our lives, like happiness and relationships, whatever it might be that we're trying to manifest. So in this video, I want to share the most powerful technique that I've been using over the last couple months to make a lot of shifts really quick and to let go of a lot of baggage in a really short amount of time without much effort or much work on my part. So the meditation technique is called the 6 healing sounds, and I've talked about it in previous videos, but I'm making this video because I just recorded an audio course and a guided meditation on this particular technique, and that's at 6healingsounds.com. So basically I did this because, for one, this technique has been so incredibly powerful for me as far as just helping me get more in tune with my organs and my emotions. So, whenever I feel an emotion, if I feel angry, I'm really aware of the fact that it's really getting me in my liver. Or if I'm feeling anxious or nervous, I'm really aware of the fact that it's getting me in my stomach. And through this awareness gives me more power to just, okay, here's the tension, here's the physical thing that I can influence and just relax it. And then the emotional thing starts to, wither away as well, because we're a mind-body system and the emotions are held and manifest in the body. So if we learn how to, relax the body or heal the body in certain ways, we can release the emotions. So what the healing sounds does is it takes different frequencies, different sounds that we use, and combines that with a visualization to direct our energy and our attention to an organ, and through the sound frequency we're able to take old vibrational patterns, old stuck patterns and emotional trauma that's stuck in our organs, that's keeping us basically stuck where we are and feeling kind of weighed down. It takes that and just transforms it into something that's positive and something that we can use. And this is something I've noticed as well, is just that emotions are heavy. They're invisible for the most part. We don't see them. We can't take them out and hold them in our hand, but we can feel them on our body. We can feel them just kind of weighing us down. And over time, this stuff accumulates, and we've never really learned how to deal with it, how to transform the energy, how to process the energy in a way so that it just doesn't accumulate and stagnate in our bodies and in our energy field or in our auras, or even in our just psychology, in our mental, emotional thought patterns. So just from the practice, I've noticed so much more lightness and just freedom in my organs as far as old tension patterns just letting go, which has really helped out with my digestion, because I used to have some liver issues as far as getting kind of bloated and or gassy sometimes, but really the healing sounds have helped me deal with the emotional blockage that was there, which is usually an old pattern or an old memory that I just suppressed or buried down or wished that I didn't want to face, because that's what happens, is emotional things happen to us, and because we don't know how to deal with it, we don't have techniques to transform the energy, we just try to push it away. But that doesn't work, because it's a beach ball or something trying to hold it underwater. The more you press down on it and the more you try to resist it, the more it resists and push back on you. So this resistance is something that we carry around with us every day, and it just keeps us telling the same stories, interacting with people in the same way, and repeating the same patterns over and over. So by using the sounds, you're able to just kind of let go, and the ball automatically just comes up to the surface and floats. Then you can see it, you can put the light of your awareness on it, you can put the light of your consciousness on it, see it, deal with it, disempower it, and just let it go. And then when the blockages release, the energy can flow in, new energy can flow in, and new life changes start to happen. New people come into our lives, new thoughts, new emotions, new beliefs, new experiences come into our lives, because I think that's really why we're alive, is to have new experiences, to grow, to change, to learn new things, to try new things. And that's what life is about. Change is the only constant. Everything is consistently changing from moment to moment, no matter what. So if we're just stuck in old ways and old patterns, we totally miss that. So we don't feel alive. We feel just kind of, disempowered and weighed down by all this junk. So for me, the healing sound is really allowed me to just let all that stuff go and really start to actually take action on things and move forward on things that, before I had an idea or a vision, but I just couldn't do it because I was afraid, or I was still hanging on to a belief that happened, 10 years ago or something someone told me when I was a kid. The sounds really helped me just disengage and disempower that and just let it go. And then, by the fact that nature tends to abhor a vacuum, whenever you get rid of something, clear out something, new positive energy just flows in. Because we are, an energy system. We are kind of like a pipe system. And if you just unclog the pipe, everything flows better, through our energy system, our chakras, our meridians, our lymphatic system, our circulatory system, digestive system. All of these things are just like tubes and systems through which fluids are flowing. So if that's blocked up or constricted or tightened, then, obviously our energy isn't going to flow and our physical processes are going to be hindered. So some other things I've noticed from the meditation is just, it's easier to kind of vibe other people out. Because I'm more in tune with how I feel and what's going on in my own body, I'm able to sense subtle differences in other people, in other objects, in other areas, or not areas, but other places. So like going into a place, going into a new building, being able to get a better feel for it, and actually being in tune with the gut and with the heart, because the gut is a second brain. And if you look at what the small intestine looks like, it looks like a brain. And we have, more neurons and all that stuff, neural pathways and neurotransmitters are actually produced in our gut. That's where most of our serotonin is produced, is in our gut. And if we're out of touch with that, or it's blocked off or it's tight, what do you think that's going to do to our emotions? What do you think that's going to do to our concentration, to our creativity, to our spirituality, to our ability to sleep, to our ability to relate to other people? It's all going to be hindered because we're not even in tune with our gut. So that's another thing that I've noticed, and it took me some time to really learn how to do the sounds and really research it. And since they are sounds, to me it would be, at least then it seemed like it would have been much easier if I'd had, like a guided meditation or something like that. But it didn't exist, so I thought I would create it, which is what I've done. And, because I know sometimes when I do a certain technique, or I learn a technique, or read about it in a book or on a website, I do it. But then sometimes I go back and I realize that, oh wow, I totally missed that, or I totally had that all wrong. And then, there was all that time I just wasted. So basically what I've done and what I want to make this video about is, just to let you know that I made the 6 healing sounds. I'm pretty stoked about it. And if you have any questions or comments, post them below. And I encourage you to check out 6healingsounds.com, and I look forward to talking to you soon.